awesome mods under the Tacoma hood. Everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. So, what is under your Toyota Tacoma hood? I've got some awesome mods under mine. Actually, I think there are about 7. So I thought I'd run through. Folks ask once in a while, what's this, what's that? So we're going to take a quick look. Right off the bat, here's just a broad view of what's under here. And you may notice this thing sitting right here. And no, I don't leave it there all the time. It works in conjunction with the Trigger 4 wireless accessory controller. Now, what that is, it's a device that you hook up, and then you hook all your electronic devices up to it, and you can control it with this remote, or even on the switch here itself. So, what I've got on the front, we've got some lights, of course. First up is the light bar it controls, which you can see, hopefully, right there. That's one thing that the switch controls. Then we have the front lights, the Raptor style lights. I know, everybody hates to call them that. There you go. That's the Raptor style. Here is the lights on the front along with it, the LED bar. Let's turn those off. And then up here on the top, I do have a light for the engine bay. You guys can see right up there. Lights everything up down below. Does a much better job when it's dark, of course, but it's a pretty cool function. Anyway, that is the first thing. That is the Trigger 4 wireless control unit. Next up, I kind of added a little bit of bling, and that is the painted engine cover. You guys can see right there, I went with as close to voodoo blue to match the rest of the truck as I could. And then, of course, the red Toyota badging. Just something to kind of make it look a little brighter underneath the hood. Pretty simple mod. I actually used just some simple acrylic paint pens. They're actually watercolor pens, I think. And you kind of just trace the outline out of everything on top of the engine bay. Makes it really simple, and it's a good way to utilize those kindergarten skills that you probably haven't used for many, many years. Now, next up, I have something very simple and very backwards, and that is the Trd Oil Cap, this right here. It actually was sent to me by a subscriber a long time ago for my first cement Toyota Tundra. I kept it because I like it. I know it is chrome, but we are under the hood, so that's acceptable. That's where chrome belongs, under the hood. You'll notice it is upside down. That's because, of course, the threading is different between the Tundra I had it on and this Tacoma. I do need to try to pull this off and turn it around. I'm hesitant to do that because I don't want to ruin it. I may end up just trying it, and if I do ruin it, then I'll just get another one. But it's just one of those little aesthetic touches that I think are pretty cool on here. Just kind of dresses it up a little bit, just like the painted hood cover, or engine cover, I should say. Next up is the hood strut. Now, typically, there's one over there as well, but because of something else coming up, my next addition under the hood, I couldn't fit that one under there. It wouldn't clear. So I just have one. Now, there have been a lot of questions and a lot of concern on the channel about it not being strong enough to hold the hood up. That somehow I'm going to be leaning under there one day and it's going to come down and like decapitate me or something. I'm not concerned about that at all. I will say it is not as strong as it would be, the whole lifting process, if there was another one. But it doesn't concern me that there's only one over there. Not a big deal. If I ever do change out the next item I'm going to mention, then I'll go ahead and add the other one back in. But it just makes it so simple to open and close the hood. You know, it's a one-handed job this way. You just put it down and then put it up. And really the only difference I notice in not having one on the other side is I do actually have to raise the hood all the way up with my hand, whereas before I could just get it going and the struts would lift it all the way up by themselves. Not a big deal. Still love having it and love not having to screw around with this stupid rod. Now, next up, and again, the reason why there is no other hood strut over here is the cold air intake. I chose the S&B because I wanted something on here that had a nice big lid on it that I could see the filter inside. It was really more of an aesthetic mod with hopes of more for me. Now, I will say, if you're looking for some sort of performance enhancement or sound increase, you're really not gonna get it. If there is any, it is negligible and nothing that you really can hear or feel yourself. For me, it is just an aesthetic mod. I love having it there. I think it looks cool, even more so than the TRD. You know, I had a TRD cold air intake on my 2018, and I may have had it on this truck for a little while. I don't remember. I don't think so. That's a pretty cool looking addition as well. Again, doesn't really add anything other than the aesthetic appeal of it. But I do like this one better because I prefer, and this is a matter of preference, the plexiglass clear top so that I can see the filter inside. That's really my whole motivation for having it in there. Next up, I have a train horn. It's actually right there. You can see the horn unit right there with a little air canister right there beside it. A lot of people have asked in the beginning of my videos, I show putting that in, what that is. Well, that's the little air compressor, if you will, for the train horn. And here is what it sounds like. Okay, you can see it is pretty loud. It always cracks me up every time I set that thing off because it is so loud. It's just placed behind the grill, as you guys can see there. And then I ran a wire to a momentary switch inside right here, and that's what actually operates it. I just push that blue button you can see there, and that's what sets off the air horn. By the way, one thing I do want to mention, there are video installs for all of these things on the channel, so best way to find them is just to type in RobMotive space and then whatever it is you're looking for, like RobMotive train, and you should see the video come up. Last item I have is the light in the top. I mentioned this earlier when I was showing off what the wireless controller does, and that of course is the LED little light strip that I have across here. This is a Wally World special. Nothing unique about it. It's just a very cheap, to be honest, light strip that I just wired down to the battery and then, or rather the wireless controller, so that I can operate it either here on the unit with one of these buttons or with the controller switch that I have inside the truck or that I can carry around with me. Just something to be able to see in the engine bay if I ever want to light it up for some reason, like if I'm out somewhere and have some kind of trouble, who knows, I have that strip to light it up in the dark. Anyway, those are the 7 awesome under the hood Tacoma mods that I have on my truck. Leave a comment, let me know. Have you done any of these things? What do you think of them? I'd be curious. Also, real quick, if you're interested, I do have 2 additional channels. RobMotive FST, all about my hunt for the upcoming redesigned Toyota Tundra. And RobMotive JT, about my experiences with the Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, please subscribe. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.